Today we're going over a baby registry. This one is no fluff, no nonsense, lots of safety, lots of practical. So let's jump right into it. All right, so I take you through Amazon baby registries. We go through the items, talk about the pros and the cons. The first item here is the Angel Care bath support. I had it, I wouldn't get it again, but this is still a practical item. I would get a small tub instead to save on water, and you could maybe bathe them on like a countertop or a table and save your back. This one barely fits in a kitchen sink. Most likely you're gonna need to do it in a tub, which is a little harder on your back, okay? Also, the amount of water needed is more. So for me, not the right item, but still practical. Next, we're getting into feedings, looking at bottles. We got nipples for bottles. Great idea. They come in different flows. If you don't know, they have a number on them. Great. Here we have glass bottles. This might be like a whole set thing. It looks like 4 ounce, 8 ounce. I prefer just 8 ounce because they outgrow 4 ounce. If they're glass, typically you're gonna want like a silicone sleeve, which based on this packaging probably comes with it. So that's great, protects the glass from breaking. Glass bottles are great as far as like you're not doing plastic, and definitely more dishwasher safe, things like that. So something to consider. Then we have the Philips Avent pacifiers, great, practical. Then we have the car camera. So old school, you would do baby rear facing, you do a mirror, you can see them in your mirror, and it's like a double mirror thing. That's what I did. Then these things started coming out where you put a camera like on the headrest facing down at baby. You have a camera screen up front and you can see baby. Pros and cons. So what's cool about this is the camera's tiny. You can probably put it up higher. My baby can, like, they're grown now, but they can like kick the mirror, move it out of place. The mirror can fall, things like that. Also at night, the mirror is dark because it's dark, whereas this camera typically is gonna have better like night vision. So you'd be able to see baby better. Now, distracted driving, we do need to be watching the road, but man, babies, I swear the first couple months they are doing anything they can to literally off themselves. Like, you got to worry about a hat coming down, which take off hats and bows when they're in the car seat because you just don't know what's going to slip down, get under their nose. Babies typically breathe through their nose. They don't even remember to open their mouths half the time. Then with the straps, and if they, crank their head a certain way, you do get scared. So for me, this is a yes. Okay, you could just do the mirror. You could do this. The mirrors can be like 20 bucks a mirror. This also, if you notice, has a split screen, 2 cameras, so you can watch 2 children. So I think it's a great product, and for me, it is a win. Then we have the baby monitor. Again, 2 cameras, split screen. It's what you want, okay? Also, I recommend 5 inches or bigger on the screen. Now, you want baby monitors that can like tilt, swivel, so you can find baby if they move around in their crib. I recommend 2 cameras from the get-go. If you have 1 child, put both cameras in their room. Great. If you have a second child, move that camera over, split screen. You can watch both kids at once, okay? That is the way to go. Then we have a portable shusher. Not a bad product, not a bad thing to have. I will say we used an old cell phone. We would take the charger with it and plug it in and charge it up, and then we would put a white noise app that was free on it. So we did it for free. So you can do you, whatever it takes. Next, we're moving on to breastfeeding. Okay, so ice packs, I did not use these. They can sometimes be warm or cold. Often they're purple, so this is a different brand. But for me, it was a skip. Nipple Balm, I didn't use this brand, but it is a must-have. This is the one must-have for breastfeeding in my book. You don't need a large amount. It's a short-term item, first couple months, maybe not even that long for you, but you wanna have it, okay? Then breast pump parts. If you're gonna be a pumper, you need to have those correct parts. And then we have disposable nursing pads. This is for leakage. Now, whatever number you get, so 200, divide that in half. You got 2 breasts, that's 100 uses. You're not gonna use the same one all day. You're gonna change them out throughout the day. Also, you don't need these forever, only the first couple of months. It's gonna depend on your supply as well. You might at a certain point find you need them at night, but not during the day, or in the morning or the evening, maybe you have a larger supply. You can also buy reusable ones as well, so that's something to consider. Then more pump parts. Great, good on you, mama. This mama is definitely interested in pumping, so good on you. Then we have a zipper mattress protector. So this looks like a large mattress, possibly. Interesting on that, but you want a mattress protector for your crib, your bassinet, big kid bed, whatever you're doing. Anchors for furniture, that is a safety thing. You see furniture like dressers tipping over on kids, smart item to get. Now we have a toddler pillow. Now, babies cannot have pillows. This has to be for when they're older. You could have waited for their first Christmas or birthday or second birthday or Christmas. So this item isn't needed now, okay? It's a little early, so not needed now, but if you're thinking for the future, fine. Then we have door safety. I will say be careful with things like this. It is going to ruin your paint, just saying. But if you really feel the need to keep them out of a certain room, go for it. I prefer when possible just to like watch my kids or teach my kids not to go in and out of certain places. Kids can be taught. Believe it or not, more than you think, they can be taught. Then we have a 2-piece lounge set for mom. I'm not a big fan of getting too much for mom. I feel like baby registries are a little more for baby, a little bit of mom. But asking for 1 or 2 things is no big deal. Okay, now we have a 5-inch full grain memory foam mattress. Okay, so we have the mattress protector. Now we have the mattress. And then here we have the bed. So they're going with a full bed, Montessori style. It's got rails, but it's essentially like a floor bed. I love this. I think it's cool. This bed is going to last them. It could last until they're 10. It's up to you how long you want them on the lower level like that. But realistically, it could very easily last till 6 or 7 years old. Also, if you're into co-sleeping, things like that, or just like laying with your kids to put them in bed, this is much better than a crib. Then we have some shampoo and conditioner. Great. It looks like they may have done some research. They didn't go with the typical Johnson & Johnson, so good for them. Then we have a folder. I don't know if they're worried about keeping track of babies' like medical information or like their birth certificate. Maybe that's what they're thinking. I love organization, so if that's what they're on track for, good for them. Always discreet underwear for mom. That is for the postpartum period. Good for you. We have a hospital gown. Up to you if you want that or not. Then we have some cord hiders. I don't necessarily think of these as baby safety. I more so think of these as aesthetic, but if they're thinking baby safety, great for them. Good call. And then next we have a dresser. I don't like tons of furniture. I don't like changing tables and rocking chairs, but a dresser is so practical. So for me, it's stay really, really practical. All right. If you notice, there's like no baby clothing on here. There was no like random toys or books. Very focused, very practical. So very interesting baby registry. And with that, we are done with this baby registry. So what are your thoughts on the practical, no fluff, no mess, lots of essentials, and lots of focus? If you're interested in any of these products specifically, I will link them in the description as well as in the first pinned comment. Also in the description, there'll be a link to my services. If you want me to do this to your baby registry, I would love to. I love working with new moms and connecting with them and trying to give them advice. I know you have to learn so much the first time around, but it's also nice to skip on some wasteful items and not forget some practical ones and honestly just set you up to be the best parent you can possibly be. So if you're interested in my services, check out a link in the description as well as you can comment, tell me more, and I'll get in touch with you and we can talk about how I can go through and audit your baby registry to get you ready for your baby shower and welcoming your baby into your life. All right, in the meantime, though, there are tons of other reviews just like this on my channel going over different items. So check those out. Until then, have a great day.